welcome everyone to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, And the Demon Deacons will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Louisville's offense will have the football first. We'll keep a close eye on the play calling and just how diligent they are in getting the tight end involved, Jesse. It just didn't work last week.
Yeah, there's no question that this coaching staff, they know the offense basically goes as their big tight end goes. And that's why they lost their last game out. They didn't get him the ball enough. And that was a huge problem. So, David, big priority, #1 for this offense in this one, get him as many touches as many ways as you can.
Yeah, feed the big fella, the big target, the chain mover, the red zone area, but just, you don't have to be as accurate. I think that's the thing that's nice. When you're throwing to a big tight end over the middle of the field, like, he'll catch it and still get hit. It's not that big of a deal, so we got to use the big fella.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. The short hands, it's Hauser.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback, after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Breaks the tackle. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the ground, he's got it again. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Back to throw, it's Nolan. Using the quick game. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Absolutely center cut. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Wake Forest's offense has the ball for the first time. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got it in the middle, it's Nimrod. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day as they try to get their act together. The Demon Deacons will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On his way from around the 50. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Running to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Nolan. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Now, 4th down.
Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're going to get him for a safety. Trying to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
They'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Running into the open space. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Snags it quickly on the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield. It's Burden. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Rushes on him. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Give to the back. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going downfield for the big play. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Wake. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the 2nd half.
And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Louisville for a fun first half than you? And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium.
And the Cardinals will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Got the first down and more. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Demon Deacons have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. And they're not on the same page there. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Caught behind the line. It's DeLuca. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They go back to work in the final period of this one. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. He'll keep it himself. Breaks into the open. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Pitt is delivering an offensive masterpiece so far. They've got to be loving this in the Steel City. They're up 14 over East Carolina. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a crease. It's Watson. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. The Cardinals racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Nolan. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They're looking to pass from the red zone. The offense coughs it up. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. There he goes to the right. The 40. Past the 30. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And it now feels like game over after coughing up the fumble. They were down. They needed something big to happen. They had to score touchdowns, but give this defense credit. They just finish. They're playing to the end of the game with great effort, creating a takeaway to ice this thing.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. With jet sweep pass. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. He'll do it himself. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Scanning the field, it's Nolan. Got his man quickly. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. He's looking downfield to throw. Shoots it to the left. That's caught. It's Tuggle. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hauser. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. With the catch, it's Hughes. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. He'll throw on third down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Wants to throw on first down. Sure hands, it's Hughes.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Second down coming up.
Looking for a man. It's Nolan. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Late touchdown here, but it would take a miracle of Lazarus-like proportions to come back now.
How about the bomb by the offense? The Hail Mary, they go deep. The defense knows it's coming. But where are they? Where is the defense? You got to stay as deep as the deepest and make sure this doesn't happen. The Hail Mary to success.
And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do